Aquarius, welcome to your Astroflower reading for the solstice, the winter solstice of 2023. Let's just connect to the energy line. There we go. And let's just bring up your flower. And there it is. Excellent. Okay, so have you seen the collective reading with the blueprint energy update? Because I'm going to be doing a second video to this, second part to this video, which is a reading of your chakras and the aura. And this is a general reading, but this is how to just sort of like position yourself according to the tarot reading that we're just about to do. Okay? So without further ado, let's just get straight in here and see what's going on with the overall energy for you. So this rocks up in your birthday period almost after the first month. See, this is your autumn as well. It's almost as if you're removing a stone that's been blocking a spring. It's really nice, but you've got to move the stone out of the way first. So, healthy boundaries. Maybe there's some healthy boundaries that are holding you back. Or maybe need changing. I think that's what that whole idea of, look at all of that, blimey, whole idea of getting the stone out of the way of the source of energy, basically. It could be a case of reconnecting to everything that is around you, you know. That could well be the case here. The overall energy for this next sort of 3 months. So this is your relationship side. This is your financial side. This is the karmic messages for for one side and the other. This is for the first month, second month and third month, and the overall outcome. So let's just jump straight in here with the karmic message for you. Take your position, and taking one's position is difficult. Almost like taking the throne in a way. It can be done in many ways. It can be done through a very peaceful process. It can be done through violence. It can be done through financial and stuff like that. But here is taking your natural place as on the throne, as it were. Yeah, I think this is to do with happiness. And not just yours, actually. I think this is to do... I've got an itchy nose. Sorry about that. It's all to do with happiness, but it's learning to sort of accept your position, to be happy about your position, because it's going to make everybody around you happy, basically. Did we do that in your weekly reading last week? Maybe well done. Let's just see what's going on the first month. This is really... it's starting to get really focused. So this is going from the 21st of December through to the 21st of January, the last month before your birthday. So this is the last moment where you're going to sort things out, positioning basically. It's really getting laser focused. The Empress. So having that, marrying the body, mind and spirit, putting it all together basically. This week, this month here, you're going to be putting everything together inside you. Not necessarily passing over to act on it. It's just getting it into position within you. Let's just see what's going on the second month. Now, this is your birthday season. This is like cannons going off. It's like the start of a race. It's like shooting out possibilities. It doesn't seem to be a war aspect to it all. You know, there's not. When I think a cannon, it doesn't come out like a cannon in a war. It comes out like a cannon as if to sort of like, and now, after the cannon, the race will start. You know, enjoy yourself, sort of scenario. It's a page of wands. A lot of vibrant energy going on here. childlike energy. Yeah, it's reliving, it's rebirth, it's rediscovering of playing, of how you can physically involve your passions with the world around you. You know, with all your relationships with everybody that is around you. In the first month, it's all to do with positioning. Second month, it's like the champagne cork. That's right. There you go. Champagne cork that's just comes out, and that's going to open all that lovely, bubbly, jubbly to open up really joyful relationships with people that are around you, basically. And this could be family, friends, community, but whatever it is, it seems to be very social and very built upon, yeah, community and love, basically. Let's just see what's going on the third month. From this release, it's going to give you the clarity of what you really, the clarity of relationships. So at the beginning here, I think you're going to be open to everybody. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? You know, oh yeah, how can I help? You know, are you all right? Lovely to see you. And in this month here, in the going from the 21st of February through to the 21st of March, this is Pisces season. You're going to get a very precise. It's going to become clearer what what sort of relationships you want around you, or who you want around you. By the sounds of it, seems to be a change here, and this is that February anomaly which I talk about in the collective, which was absolutely amazing. And maybe it's that repositioning of yourself, and there's a sort of recalibration. Yeah, I think this is happiness after difficulty. I think the difficulty is that little recalibration that comes in place over here, because you thought you might have been off down on one track. And yeah, it's sorting out the chaff from the wheat, maybe, where on this card here, you've realized that, you've come a long way through the difficulty, and you're now happy with who you are and where you are. And happiness is, with the sun as well, happiness is on the forefront of your life at the moment, within the relationships, most certainly. Let's just see what's going on your business side of life. Let's just see what your karmic message is here. I think this is where your throne is, and this is what your emotion sits upon. Because this is also repeating that take your place. I think it's got to do with security and realizing your secure position. Realizing that you've done the job, you've worked hard. It could be you're realizing your call to mission, realizing your raison d'etre. The thing is, when a king is sat on a throne and they're not really doing much, really, they're not going anywhere and stuff like that, they can actually open avenues that they would have never been able to open because they might have been doing something. Or queens sit on the throne, kings or queens, whichever you so desire. But it's just a case of sort of sitting there kind of going, I know what I do. I'm an expert at what I do. Now I can almost do it with my eyes shut. What else do I want to do? So there is a realization of a call to mission through the security of what's going to be brought to you, for the security of your position. Let's just see. Did that come out right? I hope it did. Let's see what's going on in the first month. It's like laying out a chessboard, so it's preparing to play within the business world, within business job or your projects or whatever. It's just it's setting yourself out in the right position, getting yourself into the here and now a little bit, I guess. It's getting yourself in a position where you can explore all those other little avenues that are around you, those other possibilities that are around you, and it's just looking at these things and maybe not necessarily acting upon them. She's holding up that wand, yeah, and the page is throwing that wand. She no longer, the Queen of Wands no longer needs to throw that wand because she's getting excited about what's going on around her rather than what she is creating. So, and she has all that magical fire around her and all that sort of power, as it were, within her. So this month here is also setting things up, exploring all the different avenues. Let's just see what goes on. This is your birthday month. Finger on the pulse. This is, you've taken your foot, you've taken the handbrake off, the stationary brake. I don't know what you call it, foot brake or whatever it is. You take the brakes off and you're off. Boom, you're going. So you're going. You're gonna understand more about yourself and more about the world. I think it's a bit of a discovery going on for you. But it's also concentrating on certain things. Like the Queen of Wands there, she's concentrating on that one light at a time. There's plenty of opportunities, there's plenty of possibilities, but she's concentrating on one thing. And I think this is, if you're off and running, if you take, you put your foot on the accelerator, your concentration now is on the road. And that's what it's going on here. It's clarifying your concentration or putting you into a position where your concentration is really... you're not being pulled from pillar to post. You're not getting involved in it elsewhere in the world, as it were. Let's just see how the third month is coming up. So this is going through Pisces season. It's spreading out. It's exploring the horizons of your workspace and your career path or your business. It's exploring new horizons. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Things you may find are really turning in your favour. It looks like you're going to have a really good year, actually, Aquarius. Really good year. And yeah, I think in the third month, all of a sudden, you're going to feel like the tide has shifted in your favour. Okay? And you can really start exploring lots of these different lights and angles in life. Let's just see what the overall outcome is for you. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Shoot for the stars. Don't hold back. Is there only one there? Yeah. You've got to see things slightly differently. You've got to realise that you are going to see things differently to the rest of the world that is around you. And seeing things differently is going to make you much happier rather than seeing in the old ways that brings you down or holds you back. And also it's going to make you see things in a lot differently because of the change of fortune that is coming into your life. It's almost auto providing here, seeing things differently, happiness after difficulty, getting movement in towards your happiness, towards the goal or a call to a mission, finding the fruits or the changing of fortune that comes your way, which makes you see things differently, that gets you happy. And it's all of this sort of seems to be going around you, or concentrating on what you're supposed to be doing, which gives you the change of fortune. So that we get this circular sort of motion going on here, which is really good for you, Aquarius. Looks like it's going to be a really good 3 months. Really, it's going to set things up beautifully. So there you go. Don't forget, you've got a second reading coming up on the energy blueprints, which will be to deal with your chakra, your auras, and you will be getting a message from this ley line or this energy line that we're sitting from. So I will see you there in a moment. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun. Please do enjoy.